Hello YouTube and welcome to the dojo. You're here with Samurai Man, and today we have the crazy Devy add-on set for Hercules slash Madblender. So here we have the giant laser rifle, and this is actually a 1-to-1 scale picture. The rifle is the same size as this golden picture, so you can see it's very big compared to my hand. And then here we have the Madblender purple barrel that I thought was nice enough to get, and we'll get into We'll get into the barrel as to pricing versus what you're getting later. So we're just gonna go ahead and get right down to it. So what you're actually gonna get here is just the shell of the barrel, rather than the actual full piece itself, which I thought was a bit disappointing. I was under the impression you were gonna get a completely new barrel, and you could just add on all those excess weapons onto Madblender and just completely armor him up. But as it turns out, you just get the shell of the barrel and you just unscrew it and put this on. So this was about $35, I want to say, maybe 30, maybe 25. Still, I thought it was a bit much for just getting this, but still, nonetheless, I think it'll look nice, so I guess it's worth it. But just to point out, I was under the impression I was going to get like a full-on barrel and not just these purple bits. So let's go ahead and just unscrew all of these and we'll get down to showing. Here we have the Madblender in his vehicle mode with the purple blender, and now that really does add some bit more purple to the color scheme. It's not all just green, and yeah, it looks good. Was a bit challenging to get on just because the screw holes weren't straight, as it turns out. They're actually angled, so that kind of made it a bit more tricky than I was expecting. It took me about an hour and a half to do them all just because they had to keep redoing them and such, just because of the way that was. But still, looks great. Here we have Madblender in robot mode with the purple blender. As you can see, it does add a bit more purple to his color scheme. Now it's not just so much green. So now you got purple here, purple at the joints, knees, and now in his blender as well. Just to spice him up a bit, I think it looks great now. Definitely purple added looks great. Nice little, what's the word? Evenness. There's now an even mix between purple and green. Looks great. Okay, so you can see at the foot of Hercules that I do have his combined pistol with all the separate pieced guns, and in his hands you can see I have the rifle that I bought. And major size difference. You can see that this is a lot bigger than the little combined pistol. And it looks very nice. Lots of molded in detail. Crazy amount of molded in detail. From the pose that I have him in, it looks pretty good. But when you see it in person, it's just the camera angle. See it in person, it looks a bit weird. I feel that it's Hercules that's really having the trouble holding it just from the pose I'm trying. If you wanted to get a straight on, just straight dead holding it like a gun. Because right now I don't have him holding a gun. I'm holding it in two hands, which is much more difficult to do. If you want holding it with one hand, that's perfectly fine. It's easy to do. He's got a little peg in his hand that plugs in just like the regular gun. But I'm trying to get him with a cool pose, and it's a bit difficult just because Hercules himself has weight going around everywhere, all over his body. So just shifting his parts around just to get him to stand and hold the weapon properly can be a bit tedious and challenging. But once you get him in a good pose, he'll hold it. I had him in a great pose a while ago, but when I shot this video, I couldn't really figure it out. But it looks good on camera. As you can see, I think it looks fine on camera. So yeah, and then as you can see, I do have the purple blender. Now you can see what it looks like in combined mode. I like it. Adds a bit more purple. I believe it's show accurate. Could be wrong. There's definitely a variation where he's got the purple one. It's purple and green. But if you want, you can switch it out anytime you want. So, I guess that's all there is to say. This has been Samurai Man. Have a great day.